Hey, she wala no come too much like this, oh my people. I no fit laugh. It is well. Finally, Buba Galadima has finally come out to scatter the table. Pata oh. Hey. I talk and say this Bobrisky's case, it go expose a lot of things. One thing I know is that when the head of the family is a criminal, my people, don't expect less from the rest of the family. Shey una hear me now? That is my message. Anyways, my people, this is Buba Galadima. He's a friend to our former President Buhari and a friend to our current President Ahmed Tinubu. So, my people, this is one of the interviews he had with Sheun, where he claimed President Tinubu should be held responsible for everything that is happening in Nigeria. Before Nko, who should we hold? If not President Tinubu? If I may ask, where is the lie? Everything jaga, everything scatter, corruption everywhere. Inside family, inside church, in the mosque, in the bus, anywhere you are in Nigeria, corruption. So who do we hold before, if not our president? May God help us. So my people, listen to the rest of the video and let me know what you think in the comment section. Till I come your way next time. Bye for now.
How much of an anticipation do you have for the planned reshuffling of the president's cabinet?
Sure. That has nothing to do with me or with any Nigerian. What is of importance to all of us is bringing down the harsh conditions of living. And the buck stops only on the table of one man. And that is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. No amount of reshuffle can make any difference.
But I mean, there's just one president. He cannot do the job alone all by himself. That's why he needs a team. And now, I'm very certain that if they were doing a perfect job, it wouldn't need
as far as that
but
team.
Your assessment, Alhaji Galadima.
As far as that team is only job for the boys, nothing will come out of it.
What do you mean job for the boys? There are technocrats in that team. There are those who are eminent Nigerians who are in that cabinet.
Who are?
There's Professor Ali Pate there. There is Governor Yinsam Wike there. There is quite a number of people. Dave Umahi, Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, Anikin Lopobre, Minister of State for Petroleum.
Some of them, given the environment, can perform. Wike is performing not because he's Wike, but because he was given the wherewithal to perform. Any other Nigerian given that opportunity could do the same.
But I mean, you are in the opposition, but the fact remains that the way and manner the nation is run, and those who are in the saddle, has to be scrutinized to the extent of looking at what they are doing, an assessment of what the government has said. There will be an assessment, and KPIs are set for how they deliver their jobs. But now when the president said, I'm going to reject, it's just about a year since the president appointed them. In your own sense, I mean, we've seen technocrats in government, the Okonjo Iwealas of this world, who have come into government, the Adeshinas of this world, who is now in the AFDB and the rest. What are your expectations should the president decide to reshuffle?
I think, Sharon, I have to assist you because there is something you don't know. As far as Nigeria is concerned, if you own this whole building and you don't give anything, but your security man at the gate dashes money to people, he will be told Rankaidade. So the situation cannot change unless people have got the wherewithal to put in their best.
Explain to us what you mean.
Look at Wike. He was exonerated from putting his revenue into the single treasury account. He's allowed to generate funds as he wishes and spend them as he wishes. Did you know that yesterday, under 5 minutes, his supplementary budget was approved by the National Assembly? 5 minutes. So, please,
So you think that
I urge Nigerians not to have hypertension. Nothing will change.
No matter who the president brings into
yes, unless the president decides that Nigerians will have a better life, will have a lease of life, so condition of living will be brought down. If he agrees to that, look at the argument in the social media that is quoting some sources in the Dangote refinery that they are giving PMS price to government less than 500 naira. And the government is charging us 1,200 in Maiduguri and Damaturu.
Could that be true, though? Because official statement coming from the of Dangote and the NNPCL does not reflect that.
No. Not from Dangote. Dangote didn't say anything.
He has said that the NNPCL and the government should determine those prices.
Why?
And the NNPCL has said they will agree.
I thought we are running free economy. Why should you sell my own product when I produce? You can tax me, but you can't sell. So there is something.
So you think Dangote should be able to determine how he wants to sell?
Of course, and you subject him to competition. And a lot of tanks is wobbling that maybe government is forcing him to give it to NNPC because they want to protect certain interests.
And what interest is that?
Find out. You are an investigative journalist.
Yes,
I saw you speak in Edo.
Yeah. But the fact remains that Alhaji Galadima, that, I mean, you are very close to power. You're a very powerful man.
No.
You are the friend of a former president, so you know.
Even this one.
Oh, you're a friend of President
Tinubu. Of course.
Oh, you go to the villa to say?
No, I don't go to the villa, but
he's your very good friend. So you know a lot, that's why.
No, I don't know anything because I've never been in power. I have never been even a councillor.
No, but you have been close to power.
Yes. During Abacha, I was. And I know how governments run.
Even in the APC, you were close to power.
Friends.
Until you got upset and,
friends,
you left that circle.
Friends. And in Nigeria, don't beat your chest for anybody because you knew him before. He will disappoint you.
But the much that you know about President Bola Tinubu, how would you assess him over the past 1 year or more that he's been in the office?
Up and down.
What do you mean by that?
Well, some elements of direction, some elements of...
Are you disappointed?
Very much.
Because of the Bola Tinubu that you know?
Yes.
Why?
I expected him to do better than this.
Where do you think?
And I expected him to hit the ground running because we thought that he's coming with a team that know all the dots and corners of everything. It didn't appear to be so. And he should be told.
So
and he should be told that some of his appointees are more interested in their pockets than service delivery.
Who are these people that you're talking about?
I said you are a journalist.
I mean, I imagine that Buba Galadima is an elder statesman who is fearless, and at your age, you are an old man now. So
me older?
Aren't you an old man?
No.
What else are you afraid of?
No, I'm not an old man. I don't feel.
You're a grandfather.
I don't feel like that.
You are young at heart.
Of course.
But you're a grandfather.
Of course, I can perform wonders.
So the question I'm asking here is that if you think that there are those who are in power who are not doing right by Nigerians, who are these people?
Let me tell you something. If anybody among them does wrong, it is not that person. It is the person who appointed him. Because, look, there was a minister suspended, on allegation. What stops the president from firing that minister, firing her? The next hour, that issue was determined. It is now getting to how many months or years? She's still hanging, receiving salary.
No, I'm not sure she is.
If you are suspended in the civil service role, which you didn't do, you should be having at least half salary.
I worked in the civil service for a bit.
Then you should know that the financial instructions of service says that if you are suspended, you take half of your salary.
But sometimes you could be suspended without pay.
No.
No, it happens. Punishment sometimes could be punitive.
That is punishment. This one is suspension for investigation.
But are you sure that she's earning a salary?
Of course she should. If she is not, let her come to me. I will be her lawyer. I will get her money, backlog.
So she should be, for the status of a suspended minister,
yes,
she should be earning a salary.
At least half salary.
So
and nobody is courageous enough to tell us that this is the result of the investigation. Even sometimes you hear that maybe during this cabinet reshuffle, she will be fitted in.
You think so?
Of course. Why? What's in Nigeria? No wonders now. Now everything is possible.
I mean,
anything.
If you look at the cabinet, would you be able to say you are able to identify some eggheads or some people who are really performing?
I have identified one person, at least physically. Now I lost before coming here. I got lost because Wike is working. Whether you like him, you don't like him, at least he has put a face to this Abuja. My own brother and friend was here for 8 years, only praying in the office.
The former minister of FCT.
Of course. What did he do?
You don't think he did anything?
What did he do?
You think he's a failure?
I said, what did he do? No, I'm not saying he's a failure, but tell me what his performance. So we should call a spade a spade.
Let me show you some of these faces. There are a few more people, right, that a lot of people think that, well, they did well. And some people have identified. In fact, after the program yesterday, when these faces were shown on this program, there are those who say, oh, there are a few more people that we could have added into it. So look at them, Alhaji Galadima. Your man, Nyesom Wike, is the first on that list, followed by the Minister of Interior, followed by Dave Umahi, Works Minister. Then under it is Bagudu, the Minister of Budget, Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, Minister of Health.
Just stop there. You don't need to go further. If you say David Umahi, I agree that he's doing his little best, but you cannot physically see what he's doing in Abuja. I said Wike because I see with my eye koro what Wike is doing here.
What about those who see...
This Minister for Interior, is it not, have you heard about this Bobrisky scandal?
Where the allegations of the
Is
prisons,
it allegation?
Allegations that some officers
is this in the Minister of Internal,
Interior? Yes,
Interior.
It's under the House of Reps is probing it. It's under the Ministry of Interior, the National Correctional Service.
Do you know that they can sentence you and don't go to prison in Nigeria?
Tell us more about that.
Do you know that you can pay money to be pardoned?
It happens, really. So you can bribe your way.
Asking me.
No, you know a lot. I mean, I'm just a young person, so you've seen a lot and you've heard a lot, and you're a very powerful man in this country.
This is very contemporary.
Yes, I don't know everything. So I'm learning that there in a Nigeria that we belong.
Can you tell me what has the Minister of Interior did to deserve a mention? Me, I don't know.
There are those who talk about passports. Our passport acquisition or collection has been eased. There are a few things that people, Nigerians are the ones who put those...
My daughter is just flying by 9:30 flight to London through Istanbul. Do you know how long it took her to change her passport when she came from London?
So you don't agree about the name of some people on that list?
Well, if you I'm a very liberal person. If you convince me, why not?
So, there are about 9 of them there. There are those who say, oh, the Minister of Communications, the Minister of Power should be there. The Minister of Petroleum Resources, Aineken Lopobri, is supposed to be there. But I mean, you
mean with this thing happening in the oil industry, you are calling Minister of Petroleum instead of you to be macheted by people. If you are saying this outside, you know that Sheun, you will not come back to this.
It is me. It's not me. There are reactions that I'm making reference to from yesterday's program.
I mean, in the oil industry, you are mentioning somebody's name. You better be careful.
That's how bad things are.
Yes. These are all the wahala we have in this country now.
Well, is it the minister's fault? I thought it was the president who removed subsidy.
Oh. If I disagree with the policy, can't I resign?
Isn't it a case of a fait accompli? That has happened before he got appointed into office.
Why shouldn't he?
And those who
if I don't believe in any government policy, I get out. Now, I told you that I had never been even a councillor in my life, politically. Am I not living? And I have honor. Let any minister dare me, we go to public and let him see who the people revolve along.
I mean, if the president, the kind of ideal cabinet for President Bola Tinubu, in your own eyes, what would it look like?
Look, you see, maybe I have a different opinion. But here, before you, on such programs, I have said times without number since Obasanjo, that if you are president, you are at liberty by this Nigerian constitution. Because I participated in the formulation of the constitution in 1987, 1994, and 2014. So I know the constitution right on my palm. It is the prerogative of the president to hear his aides, to help him deliver. I don't accuse any minister for not delivering. I accuse the person who appointed him.
So we should blame President Tinubu,
of course,
for anybody
or anybody that calls himself president or governor or now chairman of council.
In this period, I mean, you have said there is hardship, things are tough. But I mean, if you are to give an advice to your friend, I mean, you said the president is your friend. What do you think should be done immediately? Turn things around.
Well, many things. All these issues is revolving around the exchange rate. All these issues, including the petroleum, whatever, PMS, AGO, or whatever you call them, let him bring experts that can advise him on how to sort out the foreign exchange issue, the exchange rate of the naira. And he can't go on borrowing. He can't. He can't go on borrowing. We don't need to borrow and service the country. Let's cut our clothes, our coat according to our clothes.
Alhaji Galadima, your presidential candidate, Robbie Kwankunso, said he could do a better job. And in your mind, you think if he was in power, he could have done better?
We could have done better.
Really?
Yes.
In what ways?
Because we can even export Sheun to CNN or Al Jazeera to earn dollars. All this japa that you people are shouting about, we will go deliberately to train Nigerians and send them out. Because this is what India did. When we were young, the governments of Nigeria, state governments and federal, were hiring Indians to come and teach. Sometimes you find an Indian with a master's degree but does not know how to ride a bicycle. It is remittances